Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be customizing the brand new Vapid Dominator GT. Guys, I'm trying to get to 200,000 subs by the end of the year, so if you are new, if you could subscribe to my channel, if you enjoy my content, that would be absolutely awesome. If you guys could also leave a like to help these videos get out, that would be amazing too. But let's go ahead and get started with the customization. I usually don't mention that sort of stuff in my videos, especially at the start. If I'm going to say anything, I'm going to say it at the end, but in this case, I feel like I kind of need to. So we got all of the performance upgrades done on the car. Let's go ahead and start seeing what we can do to this vehicle. So far, I'm liking it. I really wish it wasn't a convertible, low-key. Obviously, this is based off the new 2024 Mustang, which I think is pretty sick. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the convertible. That is a kind of a huge piss off. I'm really hoping that we can somehow take it out with customization, but I'm not feeling too hopeful about it. So I really like the GT, the sports bumper. The sports bumper on the rear of this car looks pretty sick. I also like the primary GT trimmed bumper, but I don't like those canards on the rear of the car. That just kind of ruins it for me entirely. So I think I'm going primary sports bumper. Let's go for that. For the exhaust, oh, there's some really ugly options here. We're gonna have to go stock chrome because stock looks good, but everything else looks pretty bad. So we'll just go for that, I guess. For the fenders, we can go carbon or secondary. It's kind of interesting. Not a super big fan of that. For the grille on this car, we can go for several different ones. Oh, that's my favorite grille so far. The plastic GT grille looks pretty sick. I actually like it in primary as well. I've got the plastic horizontal grille, plastic street grille. We're gonna have to go for something like the primary GT grille because it kind of reminds me of the GT350R, which is probably my favorite Mustang. So we're gonna go for that. And then for the hood options here, unfortunately, hood catches seem like they are a mandatory option. Which is a little unfortunate because I kind of don't really want them. But yeah, on any hood that's not like stock, they're going to be on the car. So I think we're going to go primary vented hood. I think that's the best looking one right now, so we'll do that. Xenon for the lights, neon kit to lower the center of gravity so the car handles just a little bit better. And for the liveries, oh okay, so we got the red edged racing stripes, we got the black racing stripes, sports, muscle, street, white track racing, solid track racing, vapid graphics, Ron racing. Man, Rockstar really blessed us with the liveries from this DLC. Like all of the liveries are like nuts. Like we could have a ton of them. So that's pretty cool. For the livery, I think I might go for the black racing stripes, honestly. I think it's going to look pretty good, so we'll do that. For the mirrors, I'm going to keep them stock, I think, and just the primary color. I feel like that looks fine. Mud flaps, I don't know where they are getting these options from. Like, who's putting mud flaps on a Mustang? That's so weird, but anyway, whatever you're into, I guess. Now, for the color of this car, I'm feeling very tempted to go for a bright blue because I feel like an ultra blue on this with the black racing stripes would look really sick. So I'm feeling like I should go for it. Maybe the racing blue though. Maybe racing blue. Let's do racing blue. I feel like it's a little less like overbearing. What does the secondary color do here? I literally cannot see a single thing that it does. Okay, well we're gonna double up and we're gonna go racing blue on that as well. Might as well. So we'll do that. Now for the spoiler, we have a ducktail spoiler. We got that in the secondary. We got that in plastic. We have a primary ducktail. We have the primary street spoiler. I do like that. That reminds me of the GT350. And that reminds me of the GT500, the primary sports spoiler. That's pretty sick. You know, usually I'd go GT350, but I feel like the primary sports spoiler is kind of tight. Does it connect on the sides? Okay, it does. Okay, good. Okay, I'm going to go for that. Let's just go through the other options though. We do have some other stuff here too. We've got some big wings and stuff like that that you can put on if you want to, but I feel like this spoiler option is sick. We're gonna slam the car all the way down, and let's see, trunk, we can go carbon on that. I'm not a big fan of it though, so we're gonna avoid that. We can remove the side vents, which I think is pretty clutch because I don't think they look all that great. So I'm gonna remove those actually. For the wheels, they look pretty good stock. Like, I feel like these wheels fit the car very nicely. So I'm going to try to replicate that with something in the sport category, and I think that the synthetic Z's are going to be pretty close to those. So let's go synthetic Z. Let's do them in, I think a black. I think we have to match the black up with the racing stripes, so we'll do that. We'll go bulletproof on the tires as well. And for the windows, I'm gonna do a light smoke today. I feel like a light smoke would kind of work nicely. What if we went for the secondary twin wedges, and then what if we made that secondary color? What if we made it black? Could we potentially make something sick looking? Oh no, we can't. Okay, never mind. Forget it. It's all good. Okay, we're gonna bring this thing outside. We're gonna do a sound test and a full review on it. I believe this shares the same sound as the Dominator ASP. I could totally be wrong, but let's take a listen. It sounds good. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is actually a pretty good sounding car. It is a convertible, which I'm not a super big fan of. I don't know why they wouldn't have just given us the hardtop. Maybe there is actually going to be the hardtop variant of this car coming in the future. But for right now, day one, like, bro, you're really going to drop the convertible and the convertible's Vigoro ZX as well? Oof, should have done one hardtop muscle car. I feel like we could have got one, and that would have been a little bit better. But you know what, I have to say, I do like how this thing is feeling so far. I have a feeling this is probably gonna overtake the STX as the #1 fastest muscle car in the game for racing on circuits. It just feels so quick in a straight line, and I gotta say the handling is not bad either. The handling definitely is, it's pulling through for sure. It is definitely not a bad handling car. It's kind of reminiscent of the Mustangs in real life. I feel like they're probably the best handling, you know, modern muscle car that you can buy. The Chargers and Challengers are boats, and the Camaro, they make some pretty good handling ones, but I feel like generally the Mustang is kind of the benchmark, it feels like, lately at least. I mean, I could be wrong, obviously. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but this thing feels super good. The interior is nice, actually. It almost feels like a new interior for this car, which is kind of cool. So that's neat. We'll have to see what happens with this thing, but I do feel like it is going to be the new fastest muscle car. The handling and the speed together just like kind of scream at me that this thing is going to be very, very good. And I gotta say, I like the customization options. I really like the customization. If this thing was just a hardtop, I feel like this would probably easily be my second favorite car from the DLC without even customizing the others yet. Very much so looking forward to seeing what the other vehicles have to show, but this thing feels pretty awesome, and I feel like it's probably going to be second to the Ferrari for a lot of people, because it's very nice to have an actual modern Mustang in the game based off of the 5th gen. So it's very cool. Or the S550, I guess, if you want to call it that. You could even say this might be the S650, but I feel like it's more so the S550. But anyway, guys, this thing's pretty awesome. I would say that I do recommend picking it up. It seems like another good day one car. So do with that information what you will. Obviously, you don't have to purchase it, but my recommendation is, yeah, you're probably going to want to. It's actually a pretty good vehicle. So anyway, guys, leave a like if you enjoyed, dislike if you didn't, subscribe to my channel. If you guys are new, like I said, we're trying to hit 200K before the end of the year. Doing my best. I'll see you guys in the next DLC customization video that'll be dropping in just a few minutes after this one. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys there. Peace.